Hello guys, have you been guessing where you can get the best movie recap? Well, it's here on Riveted. An artist with low self-esteem discovers heroism amidst a zombie apocalypse. Hello, and welcome everyone. Today we will be recapping one of the most violent and bloody zombie apocalypse movie, I Am a Hero. The story is not like any other zombie movie which deals with only survival, as it defines what is meant to be a hero for an ordinary man, and the countless chances that they have to miss naturally before finding the right moment to stand up and act. But before we proceed further, please like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest content. I Am a Hero. The film sets in an office where news about a woman being bitten by a dog disrupts the attention of workers who start mocking an assistant management artist, Hideo Suzuki, who starts imagining himself to be taking a firm stand against his superior, who made fun of him, and reminding his colleagues about what it means to be a manga artist. But as the reality sets in, he finds himself sitting silently engrossed in his sketching. A few hours later after work, he finds himself in his apartment along with his girlfriend Teko, who was asleep till she finds Hideo holding his ancestral shotgun while admiring himself in the mirror. Hideo's girlfriend snubbed him about his lack of finances with his lack of courage, while he assured her about the prospects of his new sketches that are soon going to be a massive hit. But the next day, Hideo was sitting with an executive at Manga magazine who declined to publish his piece due to being mediocre and too normal for a protagonist, almost making a parallel between Hideo and his sketches. Hideo's heart sank in despair, but a famous artist during his visit to the office recognized Hideo and admired his previous published work while reminded him about his talent and imagination. Later at night, Hideo was thrown out of the house he shared with his girlfriend Teko for not making up the promises of financial success, despite getting older and without a plan to make it work. Therefore, Hideo ended up homeless while sitting at a park holding his published piece on Manga magazine while reflecting on what he once was, whereas ignoring the presence of an old man shivering beside him. Hideo soon became aware of the situation when he visited his girlfriend Teko to reconcile with her, but finds out to be her brain dead while she tried her level best to kill Hideo, who was shocked to see her like that, while haphazardly tries to save himself till her neck accidentally stumbles upon Hideo's trophy. But Hideo was not able to understand what has just happened before his eyes till he saw several army helicopters arriving in the city, which made him realize that something is wrong. Hideo reaches his office only to find his superior Mitani-san covered in blood while holding a baseball bat which has been used to kill another colleague. As soon as Hideo was able to assess the seriousness of the situation, his boss also arrived talking gibberish despite being struck with a knife in his chest. Mitani-san brutally murdered the boss, almost taking revenge for all the shit he went through over the years, and most importantly for being bitten by him as well. Hideo was appalled by the sacrifice of Mitani-san right before his eyes when he cut his own throat in order to avoid becoming a zombie. Hideo decides to run away immediately till he reaches the chaotic streets where everyone was running to save their lives, followed by zombies who are chasing and killing whoever they could find. Hideo finds a taxi and wakes up the driver while joined by two strangers as they drove off the downtown bustling through with the zombies and their prey. But Hideo was not out of danger yet, as the man sitting next to him was bitten and turned into a zombie immediately, while Hideo and the girl Hiromi tries to contain him and throws him out of the taxi, but not before it also bites the driver who accelerated the vehicle at full speed. While Hideo and Hiromi fasten their seatbelts till the car collapsed with another and rolled down a few times in the air. Hideo and Hiromi manages to survive the crash and tries to understand the scale of the catastrophe. They learn that the ZQN outbreak alters personalities and the bodies of infected people are experiencing irregular changes, but the disease cannot spread to higher altitudes such as Mount Fuji, which is the most nearest location, although being several miles ahead, but it was the only chance of survival. Hideo and Hiromi started their journey till they took refuge in an abandoned house outside at night. They shared the bread while learns about each other a little. Hiromi inquired about the shotgun Hideo was carrying, while not been able to use since they have met. But Hideo reminded her that they are governed by laws even in a situation like this, and the shotgun is more of a protection charm to him besides its potential benefits. while Hiromi was able to relate it to while shares her protection charm in the form of an iPod. They started listening the song together while Hiromi learns the meaning of Hideo's name, Hero, and admired it for being someone who might be able to live up to his name, and therefore feels completely safe with him till Hideo pointed out the uniqueness of the situation and words she used, as they could have been meant entirely something else to a lot of other guys. But in the morning, Hideo was not aware that he will find a bite mark when he was admiring the beauty of the girl sleeping on his shoulder beside him. He immediately stood up and pointed his shotgun at her, which waked her up while understanding the situation and revealed that she has been bitten 2 days ago without any side effects till now. Whereas Hideo's heart melts and decided to continue the journey along with her. They started trekking amidst the forest to avoid the main road till Hiromi was not able to match the speed of Hideo and felt sick. They sat down while Hiromi starts laughing at the irony while Hideo was getting uncomfortable to sympathize. Hiromi handovers her iPod to Hideo and advises him to leave, but he was reluctant till the side effects were beginning to showcase in her and Hideo starts running to save his life. Hideo ran in the woods speedily till he asks a stranger for help who turned out to be a zombie itself and tries to kill Hideo, but was surprisingly saved by Hiromi, who broke the neck of the zombie with one hand, only to dismember the zombie's hands as well later. Whereas Hideo was flummoxed by Hiromi's behavior because of saving his life instead of killing him, but she offered to help. Hideo reluctantly accepted and started learning about the uniqueness transformation of Hiromi against the virus. But Hiromi was mostly zoned out, completely lost her consciousness till she recognizes the cat food brought up Hideo and likes the taste so much that she became anxious to share it with him. Their journey continued day and night till Hideo carried Hiromi on his back as she fell asleep. After walking miles, they reached the road where Hideo finds an abandoned shopping cart and started searching for food, but fails to find anything except the tag on the cart about Fuji Outlet Park and decides to pay a visit. Hideo puts Hiromi in the cart and carried her inside the empty park without any presence of zombies anywhere. He stops at a clothing brand and changed his clothes. As he was admiring the jacket he stole in the mirror, the manager of the shop arrived with a slight complication for Hideo, as it was a zombie who jumped at Hideo trying to kill him till it was stopped by another stranger who smashed his head with an axe. Hideo was relieved when he finds the stranger to be Sugumi and assured her that he is not a monster while adjusts his underwear in shame. But Sugumi's attention was caught by Hiromi, who was sleeping in the cart, while Hideo immediately covers up her condition by mentioning that she sleeps a lot. But before they could converse further, a group of men arrived wearing bandanas, jockeys, and helmets, who alerted about the presence of zombies while Hideo was offered to follow them. They hid behind the car while scrutinizes the enemy till they start running and killing whatever zombies that they encountered, with a large number of zombies were distracted by the sound of frying pans constantly tapped by the people on the rooftop. Hideo successfully manages to escape with the group and starts climbing the stairs along with Hiromi on his back. Hideo was welcomed warm-heartedly by the rooftop community and shown around the resources by the leader, Laura, while admiring the novelty of Hideo's ancestral shotgun, and declares that Hideo's arrival is God's will, as it's nothing short of a miracle. Later at night, Hideo joins Sugumi, who inquired that if he is a hunter considering the shotgun he carries, but he corrects her while mentioning that he is just a manga artist. But Sugumi was still curious as she asked about the girl accompanying him, while Hideo revealed that he just met her during the outbreak and decided to carry her along with him, which fascinates Sugumi, as to take care of someone entirely stranger even in a crisis like this was amazing. Then he stood outside the railing of the bridge to appreciate the lost consciousness of the zombies roaming downstairs aimlessly, wandering, while forgot everything that they once was. The next day, Hideo was invited to a meeting between the leaders of the community to consult about the new mission to collect food, as the camp is soon going to run out of. Hideo, being frightened, inquired what his role would be, which was extensively clarified by Laura that he only has to lend his shotgun to him, which Hideo did not like and refused. But his refusal did not guarantee protection, as he runs away to save his gun. But soon finds out that Laura's gang members were already thrashing and captured Sugumi, who was guarding Hiromi outside her tent. While Hideo pointed his shotgun at the gang member who'd taken out Hiromi from her tent and pointed his knife at her, Laura, along with other members, also arrived and pointed his arrow gun at her. But Hideo was not able to find the courage to shoot till Hiromi beats the members on her own, while Lura fires with an arrow that hit Hiromi on her forehead, while Hideo's heart sank as blood starts dripping from Hiromi's head. Hideo was beaten heavily while Lura was overwhelmed with joy due to acquiring the shotgun, but was immediately made a sidekick by his own members due to his complete dictatorial reign over the others. The members turned against Lura and stole the gun and the map for supplies while Hideo was allowed to leave. Hideo enters the camp that contained the dead body of Hiromi, only to find that her heart was still breathing through unconscious due to the injury, while Tsugumi also revealed that she has not seen any ZQN patient like Hiromi, as she used to work at a hospital. Tsugumi tries to advise Hideo to run away with the girl, but Hideo couldn't leave his rifle behind even though he has been a coward all his life, even in a situation like this, and that's why he hates himself. Hideo tagged along with the search and seizure party only to get his gun back. They successfully managed to cross the street while zombies were distracted by the sounds of the pans by the remaining members on the rooftop. They entered the parking lot, which was dark and empty, searching for food supplies in the map till the light turns on while Lura slips away. They immediately located a large stockpile of food and everyone starts rejoicing till a zombie appeared from nowhere and grabs one of them. The leader shot the zombie, but the sound alerted the rest as they start circling outside the food store while Hideo hides himself in the locker room. Everyone was trying to save their lives, but only a few people successfully manages to reach the parking lot exit. But Lura, who slipped away in the control room, turned on the music which flooded the exit with zombies as well. Whereas the rooftop was also breached by an athletic zombie who manages to jump so high that he was able to reach the top and massacred everyone except Tsugumi and Hiromi hiding away from him at a distance. Whereas Hideo was locked in the locker being surrounded by zombies outside, suddenly hears Tsugumi's voice on the walkie-talkie of the dead community member. He hears the cry for help but remains hidden till Tsugumi on the radio called out to him to act now in order to save Hiromi. While Hideo looks himself in the mirror, shaking from the fear and guilt of not being able to do anything. He opens the locker and runs towards the zombies to kill it, but it dies while fighting. He repeatedly imagines himself in every tactical scenario where the outcome wouldn't be his death, but he couldn't find one till he decides to rest the case on his fate. He opens the locker and fights the zombie while manages to kill it and replies Tsugumi to come down from the rooftop as he will save them. Tsugumi immediately manages to evade the zombie and climb down the stairs with Hiromi while ends up in the parking lot where she finds Lura, who was bitten, as she starts to chase her madly in order to kill her. But Hideo came to rescue them as he fired his shotgun for the first time and separated Lura's head from his body. All of them reunited again with the other two community members who survived till now, but they were soon occupied with zombies coming from both sides while Hideo, standing firmly in the middle, starts hunting every zombie with his shotgun, making every bullet count and killing as many as he could while the others also join him. They killed as much as they could while only Hideo, Hiromi, and Tsugumi were left as the others were killed, but Hideo, despite being tired, continued killing until there was no one left. He catches his breath and sat down only to find an athletic zombie jumped inside the lot. He fires at his leg and it fell in the pool of bodies, but was still resilient and started to run towards Hideo, again, who ran out of bullets and runs towards the bullet lying at a corner. Hideo was able to pick and load the bullet before the zombie jumped and killed it once and for all. Hideo was riding at the back of the car while Tsugumi was driving along with Hiromi on the passenger seat, when Tsugumi inquired the name of Hideo, who still refused to acknowledge the hero in his name, as it really didn't matter what our names signify, as the only thing matters is the person's response when a situation arrives. So if you know any other fictional or real heroes around you, then please highlight them in your comments below. See you till next time.